I don't know how to adjust this. I don't care. All right. This is actually my first time ever reciting a poem, so if I joke. Right. Woo! Badass judge. Crucial. All right. So I call this Under Construction. All right. This feels like a poor show of appreciation for the man responsible for the inundation of inspiration that has infiltrated my imagination. This is the culmination of the revelation caused by the illumination of the situation. There's been an inversion of the equation, an eradication of my delusions of being the main attraction. And that stinging sensation I feel is the realization that in fact I was only a minor distraction, receiving a small fraction of your affection. The devastation of visions I entertained without your permission. The transformation of vexation into introspection. I've always strived for perfection and performed painstaking dissections on every tone and inflection, even knowing that individual perception will always be subject to interpretation. And even the most precise selection of language leads inevitably to confusion and unintended deception. Reception is influenced by expectation. Despite your vocalizations advising hesitation, I couldn't slow the acceleration of the maturation of my initial infatuation into a saturation of passion, the manifestation of which resembled addiction or obsession. Ignited in part by the misperception that it was depression that kept you seeking isolation. You unwittingly disturbed the hibernation of past traumatization and called to action my army of determination to stage an intervention, a relentless invasion of attempts at motivation, incantations of devotion and adoration, aimed at the elimination of the demonic possession I've watched lead others to destruction, and to invoke protection against further venomous injections. These words feel like mental masturbation, and the friction is leading to frustration rather than the satisfaction of ejaculation. I'm an atheist seeking divine intervention to lead me into redemption, not temptation. The mere conception of simple friendship causes abrasion, but complete separation feels like conviction without a trial. So I reach for compartmentalization of emotion, making incisions with the precision of a neurosurgeon. Make peace with the dissension and elevation I experience when reality filtered into vision. My declination was set for a destination that was an illusion of my own creation. The infection is now in remission, and decompression is lessening the reverberations. Know that you can always make corrections to my interpretations, recollections. My heart excels at resurrection, and my mind is adept at adaptation. Evolution can mean reversion to an earlier formation. I'm on a mission to hold my current position as long as I believe it's what you're wishing, but you still hold the key to the ignition.
PT Altica, can you come back to the stage? Can you come back to the stage? Daytime. Come on, come here. Over on this side. We have to confer upon you. Yeah. That was a really dope poem. For the first poem ever read in her life, that was pretty amazing. First one ever recited, of course. I would assume you've read before at that point. But yes, one time. That was pretty amazing. I can't remember all the words, but I have wonderful sensations. It was deeply intimidation and daytime. You want to say something about it?
Reggie, you need to work on your memorization. And this is not an exaggeration. If you thought I was going to take any hesitation or use any time to perceive my contemplation, you know, which I constantly do, as a consummation, also known to the audience as a consolation, then I think that that I would have to say that our conversation here, in the form of a monologue, because this is just a dissertation, right? I'm gonna take it in moderation. Reggie said take it in moderation. So how do you pronounce your stage name?
Altica.
PT Altica. So Reggie actually pronounced it correctly. Reggie wants that poem on a CD. I don't know if you can write that whole poem on one CD. No, so Reggie just write it on the disc. She caught it. Now, you know, she's really lucky that you grabbed the mic first. Because, you know, if you guys recall on previous Sacred Sounds, anytime there's a virgin to the microphone, I usually I run up to the microphone and then I ridicule them. I ridicule them like heavily. It's an induction into the poetry scene. But you're lucky, Reggie prevented that. He jumped up here. Now you don't have to be ridiculed at all. You're very lucky. But Reggie called you back up, which was his mistake, and then he called me up. And then you stayed up here, which was your mistake. And the more that I talk, give it about 35 more seconds. That'll be my mistake. And I'm just joking. All right, give it up one more time for PT Al Tiger. First time we do live right here at Sacred Sounds, November 2000.